Hi, I'm Lucian. I'm 15,
I'm Lana, I'm 16.
and we're from Indonesia. We're here today to present to you our Codeavour project. Hopefully, you enjoy in some capacity.
For our project, we have decided to follow the theme Strengthen the Health Infrastructure. In particular, we would like to tackle the problem of underlying diseases. The one we have chose for this project is glaucoma. Glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness because of high fluid pressure in our eyes that damages the nerves. Unfortunately, this buildup of pressure is often slow with hardly any symptoms in the early stages. So, many do not get diagnosed until they have entered the later stages. In 2022 alone, 80 million individuals worldwide suffered from glaucoma. And that's not even concerning those who are not diagnosed according to Bright Focus. But what if there was a tool that could help identify the early stages of glaucoma that was both affordable and more accessible to those who can't afford having regular eye checkups? Through our project, Hiding in Your Eyes, a glaucoma detector, we have used machine learning made available by PictoBlocks to analyze images of eye scans. These eye scans were provided by Edward Jiang on Kaggle and show healthy eyes along with eyes with glaucoma. So, using our program, we would like to use these scans to identify if a person has glaucoma or not. Besides this, we also ask about signs or risks of glaucoma that could be found in the patient. There is also information provided that could help educate the patient on glaucoma and what to do if they are diagnosed with glaucoma by the app.
Alright, now got the project open here. It is the Codeavour Hiding in Your Eyes project. Starting from our little title page here, you got two options, two buttons. What is glaucoma and find out if you got glaucoma. Now, it depends on which one you press. It'll send a little broadcast to everything else. And when everything else receives that broadcast, it hides. But when it receives a broadcast to go back to the title, it shows up again. So if I click on here, what is glaucoma? It sends a broadcast called definition. If I click on these arrow buttons, it essentially does the same thing here, except it broadcasts a branch of definition called definition 2, which just changes the slide to the next slide of definition. There you go. And again, if I click on back to title screen, it broadcasts title. So I'm back here. Now, if I do find out if you have glaucoma, it broadcasts a test. And now, no matter which one of these two buttons I click, it'll broadcast test 2. The only difference is if I click yes, it'll add some value to the variable I have set up, which is called possibility. Now, let's assume I click yes. It adds 30. It can total at 90. So if I answer no here, no would give me no addition to the variable, so it doesn't actually need variable code. So if I click on no here, no value is added to the variable. And here we've got this one. Now this one's the same thing, really. In which age range are you? It's the same thing, but it's just changed the text to be above 60 or below 60. Because the question is not simply yes or no, because you can't answer in which age range are you with yes. But again, if you answer above 60, you get extra 30 on the variable, and if you answer under 60, you get nothing. So if I answer above 60 here, I've got a total of 60 points on the variable of possibility. And this gives me a medium possibility. As you can tell here, it's giving me recommendations on what to do. I'll size this up so you can see it a little better. Right there, you see? Recommendation: conduct routine eye checks and consultations. Now, there's the submit scans button. The submit scans button, if I switch over to it somewhere down in the depths, it'll broadcast something called scan when I click on it, which will hide everything else. And I'm going to not click on it yet because I've got to explain what comes next first. Now, what happens next is the background. When you click start, when you go to the title screen, it switches to this little gradient here. But if we go over to this penguin sprite over here, this little adorable penguin that I chose because penguins are better than people, you have that it's set to hide on title and green flag. But when you hit scan, it shows up. It'll switch the backdrop to a random backdrop. If you go to the backdrops over here, you'll notice that I've got more than a few images of test data lined up as costumes. Yeah, a bunch of eyes there, so that's backdrops. We head back to the coding space. And I go back to our little penguin man over here, our little winner. Again, once he identifies the class from the analyzed image from stage, which is over here, he'll say the object class for 30 seconds, which is either glaucoma negative or positive. So let's click on submit scan. And he's just identified that I have glaucoma negative. Looks like I don't got glaucoma. Awesome. Anyways, that's all for the project here. Hopefully that's gleaned some insight into how this thing works.
While it might not be easy to get images of our eyes right now that can be used with our app, there has been some developments in technology that can make this process a lot more accessible. An example of this was Peak Retina, launched back in 2017, that was a camera that could be attached to smartphones to take images of our eyes. We hope that in the future, where further developments in technology such as Peak Retina have been made, an app that has been made similarly to our own app can be used to help in early diagnosis of glaucoma and can be accessed by people all around the world. Thank you for listening to this video, and hopefully it was informative.